The moment I saw her text, my world cracked open like a glass struck by a hidden fault line. "We need to talk." "I'm so sorry, Ethan." My fiancée Lily had never been one for cryptic messages, so those words hit me like a punch to the gut. I stood in our cozy apartment, surrounded by half-packed boxes for our new life together, the scent of her lavender perfume still lingering on the throw blanket draped over the couch. My phone burned in my hand as I stared at the screen, dread pooling in my chest. What could she possibly be sorry for, 3 weeks before our wedding? I met Lily at a bookstore 4 years ago, her laughter drawing me like a moth to a flame. She was flipping through a dog-eared copy of Pride and Prejudice, her hazel eyes sparkling as she debated Austen's wit with a stranger. I was smitten before I even knew her name. We built a life on late-night talks, shared dreams and promises whispered under starlit skies. She was my anchor, my joy, my future. Or so I thought. That evening I waited for her in our living room, the ticking clock amplifying my unease. When she walked in, her face was pale, her hands trembling as she clutched her purse. "Ethan," she began, her voice barely above a whisper. "I can't do this." "Do what?" My throat tightened, but I forced a laugh, trying to keep the panic at bay. "Cold feet? We're almost there, Lil. It's just nerves." She shook her head, tears welling in her eyes. "No, it's not that. I'm canceling the wedding." Her words sliced through me, sharp and final. Before I could process them, she continued, her voice breaking. "I'm in love with someone else. With Claire." Claire. The wedding planner. The woman who'd been in our lives for 6 months, orchestrating our perfect day with her warm smile and meticulous notes. I'd liked her, trusted her. The betrayal hit like a tidal wave, drowning me in disbelief. "Claire." I repeated, my voice hollow. "You're telling me you're in love with our wedding planner?" Lily sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. "I didn't mean for this to happen. It just did. I tried to fight it, Ethan, I swear. But every time we met to plan the wedding, I felt something. She listens to me, really sees me. I don't know how to explain it." Her words were a knife twisting in my chest. "Listens to you? Sees you? What am I, Lily? Invisible." My voice cracked, anger and hurt colliding. I paced the room, my mind replaying every moment I'd missed. The late-night planning sessions, the shared glances I'd dismissed as friendly, the way Lily's smile had seemed brighter lately. How had I been so blind? "I thought we were happy," I said, stopping to face her. "We picked out a house. We talked about kids, growing old together. Was that all a lie?" "No," she cried, looking up at me, her eyes pleading. "I loved you. I still do in a way. But it's different. I can't marry you knowing I feel this for someone else. It wouldn't be fair." "Fair?" I laughed bitterly, the sound raw and jagged. "You think this is fair to me? You let me believe in us, in this future, while you were falling for her. When did it start, Lily? How long have you been lying?" She flinched, wrapping her arms around herself. "A few months ago. After the venue visit. We started talking, really talking, and I don't know. It snuck up on me." "Months." The word echoed in my mind, a timeline of deceit. I thought of the nights I'd cooked dinner while she was finalizing details. The mornings she'd seemed distant, lost in thought. I chalked it up to wedding stress. Now every memory felt tainted. A house of cards collapsing under the weight of truth. I sank into a chair, my hands shaking. "Did you? Were you with her? Physically?" Lily's silence was answer enough. The air grew heavy, suffocating. I wanted to scream, to break something, but all I could do was stare at the woman I'd loved, now a stranger. "Get out," I said quietly, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. "I can't look at you right now." "Ethan, please," she whispered, reaching for me. "Don't." I pulled away, the sting of her touch unbearable. "Just go." She left, the door clicking shut behind her, and I was alone with the wreckage of our life. The apartment felt too big, too quiet, the echoes of her laughter mocking me from every corner. I wandered to our bedroom, where her engagement ring sat on the dresser, glinting accusingly. I picked it up, the metal cold against my skin, and hurled it across the room. It hit the wall with a soft clink, a pitiful sound for the end of everything. The days that followed were a blur of pain and questions. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Lily's face, her tears, her confession. I wondered what Claire had that I didn't, what I'd failed to give. Trust, once the bedrock of our love, was now a shattered mirror, reflecting my insecurities back at me. I avoided our friends, their pitying texts piling up unread. I didn't want their comfort. I wanted answers, closure, something to make sense of the chaos. A week later, I found myself outside Claire's office, driven by a need I couldn't name. I hadn't planned to confront her, but when I saw her through the glass door, arranging flowers with that same warm smile, rage surged through me. I pushed inside, the bell above the door jangling. "Ethan," she said, startled, her smile fading. I didn't expect you." "Why her?" I demanded, my voice low but trembling. "Why did you do this?" Claire set down the flowers, her expression softening with guilt. "I didn't mean to hurt you. Neither of us did. Just happened." I tried to keep it professional, but I fell for her. "I'm sorry." Her apology felt like salt in an open wound. "Sorry doesn't fix this," I snapped. "You were supposed to plan our wedding, not steal her." "I know," she said, her voice breaking. "I hate that I've caused you pain. But I love her, Ethan. I can't undo that." I left without another word, her honesty cutting deeper than any lie. Back home, I sat on the floor, surrounded by wedding invitations we'd never send. I thought of the vows I'd written, promising to love Lily through every storm. I'd meant every word, but she hadn't. The realization was a quiet devastation, a slow bleed of hope. Months later, I heard they were together, Lily and Claire, building a life I'd once dreamed of. The news stung, but it didn't break me. I'd started to rebuild piece by piece, learning to trust myself again. The pain lingered, a scar I'd carry forever. But I was more than my heartbreak. As I stood in my new apartment, the sun setting over a city that felt a little less lonely, I made a new vow, to never let betrayal define me. And for the first time in a long time, I believed it.